Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Buffaloes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. The ball bounces through the end. Will be a touchback. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Jackson. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Green. Fires to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he scoops his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
He's looking to throw it. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
2nd down coming up. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Early in the game, I love giving my quarterback an easy pitch and catch. He's thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers in this league and all the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QB position in recent years, you better be able to do it throwing the ball. This guy, I think, gives Arkansas a chance with his arm.
A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Coming out with it, it's Hunter. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Bunch formation for these receivers. Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Sanders. He's got his man. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires it. He makes the catch. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
A nice job by the offense there, attacking the middle of the field. Excellent route, finding the soft spot in the defense. Nice job by the quarterback putting it right on his guy.
Going up top on 1st down. Pressure coming. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide in. Don't take a big shot.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Hand off from the shotgun. The Buffaloes will move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Scanning the field, it's Sanders. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Send that offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They want to throw it. They're bringing heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
He's looking for a man on second down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got it in the middle, it's Armstrong. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
He lobs one high down the left side. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Horn. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Back to throw, it's Sanders. Unloads it left. Got him, and nobody's close. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are on the field and making sure you get a foot down inbounds, that's really impressive.
Quickly out to the tight end. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Looks as if they'll stay aggressive here. They go 5 wide on 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. On target to the left. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hunter. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
On 2nd and goal, they believe he's got a nose for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the air, it's Green. Makes the grab down the middle. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Jackson. The ball squirts free. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Working that left side now. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Powers through the defender. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And the Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Sanders. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. He wants to throw it. Fires into the end zone. And the pass is intercepted. Inside the 50. Past the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. Just about set for the second half kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Hunter. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Toss sweep to the right. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back. You better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game in the toss point.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. And initially, he's flushed out of the pocket. Nothing's open. And he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Running back searching for a hole. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. The Buffaloes want to move quickly. They'll try to power their way ahead. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
No thought of trying trying to kick the 46-yarder. They'll go for it. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They'll take a pass on the 46-yard field goal, try and go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Quarterback will audible. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Good completion on the out. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. And the Buffaloes get it past the sticks. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That changes the sequence, doesn't it? Like, you think first and goal, maybe I can pound this several times. And now you get the loss. Now you got to rethink things a little bit. Do I want to throw the football now? Do I feel comfortable even running the ball? So that was a big stop for this defense on 1st down.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Snap it to the back. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bucs!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Handoff from the gun. At the 35, he's got room. They finally make the stop at the big run. There's plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They'll ride the hot hand. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a man. It's Green. Gets rid of it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Offenses know and work on it all week. Third downs. We got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite them.
Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. They're trying to get to it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on 4th down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot. In a sudden change situation, let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that 4th down.
So you get stuffed on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay. If they've been aggressive, they'll throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in there.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Working on the right. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll run it again. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. A delay of game penalty is the last thing you want when you're in this part of the field. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the defense will accept the penalty and back up this offense. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. And they'll take a knee, get it in the perfect spot for their field goal kicker to try to win the game. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Colorado.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. It is perfect. They have taken the lead in the final seconds, guys, and the celebration has erupted on the sideline. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to throw. It's Green. Here's a throw downfield late. Fires it into traffic and it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And a tremendous way for this defense to finish.